You wake up in New Kingdom, Egypt. What do you expect as an outsider? Getting sold into slavery, getting beaten up into a pulp, some other unspeakably terrible fate. Well, this is what actually happened to you. Segment 1, hospitality was everything. The Egyptians had this value called Mot, basically cosmic harmony, order, and kindness. And it wasn't just philosophy. Guests were treated with ridiculous amounts of hospitality. People would feed you bread, dates, honey, and beer. Even strangers got welcomed into homes. It was considered straight up wrong to let someone go hungry or thirsty. Segment 2, cats equals family. You wouldn't just see cats roaming around, people adored them. They weren't just pets, they were family. Cats slept in the home, purred on laps, and were seen as protective. If your cat passed away, you might actually shave your eyebrows as a sign of mourning. That's how seriously they took their furry friends. Segment 3, work was fun. Okay, not every job was easy. Building pyramids or working the fields was tough. But Egyptians loved music and laughter. Workers sang together, drummers kept the rhythm going, and beer was handed out as part of payment. Imagine working with your friends, singing goofy songs, and being rewarded with a cold drink at the end of the day. Segment 4, romance. Ancient Egyptian love poetry wasn't all stern or formal, it was sweet. People wrote lines like, "I just want to stand near you, hearing your voice like the sound of water." They were open about affection, cuddling, and just enjoying the company of their partners. Actual hopeless romantics. Segment 5, pets. Aside from cats, Egyptians adored baboons, gazelles, ibises, and dogs. They even had pet monkeys who would cuddle or ride on boats. They painted their favorite pets into tomb art so they could hang out together forever in the afterlife. Adorable doesn't even begin to cover it. Segment 6, slice of life. And despite all the temples and pharaohs, everyday Egyptians were just cozy people. They lounged in the shade with friends, went fishing in the Nile, made fresh bread every morning, and hung out with their animals. Their homes smelled of baking, beer, and incense. Basically, ancient cottagecore vibes. Segment 6.5, the Heka. And here's a bonus fact that makes ancient Egypt even more charming. The Heka men. These were basically local magicians, healers, and spiritual helpers. But don't picture them as creepy sorcerers out of a horror movie. Heka was just the natural energy of life and magic that Egyptians believed flowed through the world. The Heka men were there to use it to help people. If you had a headache, couldn't sleep, or were feeling anxious, a Heka man might mix herbs, say protective words, and give you a little charm to tuck under your pillow. Farmers asked for help with healthy crops. They weren't feared, they were beloved. In a way, they were like cozy neighborhood doctors with a touch of magic, making sure people felt safe, cared for, and watched over. Honestly, just wholesome community vibes with a sprinkle of stardust. Conclusion. So yeah, if you woke up in New Kingdom, Egypt, you wouldn't be facing doom and gloom. You'd be fed, hugged, entertained, and maybe adopted by a cat or two. Ancient Egypt wasn't just pyramids and pharaohs. It was honestly low-key adorable, and then they notice you. A farmer waves you over and hands you a warm piece of bread fresh from the oven. The family cat jumps into your lap like you've been there forever. Suddenly, you're not a stranger at all, you're part of the circle.
Welcome